So I've mentioned before in other videos that I also am really into movies. That's something that I also have a passion for. So I think I wouldn't call it a series, but something I'm gonna start doing on this channel is talking about movies and relating them to the art space of like drawing and painting and whatnot. Specific movie quotes or themes. I just want to like intersect the two because there's two things that I really enjoy, and movies is obviously a form of art as well. So today, the particular movie that I wanted to mention a quote from is a movie called At Eternity's Gate, starring William Dafoe. Honestly, I think it's a very underrated movie that a lot of people don't know about. It's basically based off of the adult portion, like the portion of his life as an artist for Vincent van Gogh. Obviously it leaves out many things, but for what it portrayed, it was a very good movie. So the quote from the movie that I wanted to mention was regarding a conversation that he was having, I think, with one of his friends. It was either a friend or a comrade or someone that he was semi-close to or working with in the art space. And they said something to him, and this was his response. He said, "I'll show what I see to my human brothers who cannot see. It is a privilege. I can give them hope and consolation." And I really resonated with that because art is also a way of you basically giving, you're basically, I don't know any other way to say this, but like you're basically giving your eyes to the viewer. Like you're allowing them to see what you see. You're basically lending them your eyes and they're looking through the eyes as if it was like, what are those things, like the eyeglass thing? I think they had it in Harry Potter or one of these other movies where you couldn't see whatever it was, but then when you look through the eyeglass, you could see the spiritual realm or whatever was hidden. I think that artists, when you create something, you're kind of doing that in a way, or you're actually doing that, because in many cases we imagine things that if you try to explain it just by speaking, it may not hit the same. And they definitely wouldn't see it exactly how you see it. And even when you create art, people interpret it in many various ways, but you can actually physically see the art that you see in your mind in everyday life. And I love that about being an artist, is that when I go about my life and I'm just living and observing things, there are things that I notice in the world that are then mixed and portrayed in a different way when I think about it in my head. And so when I try to explain it to someone, sometimes I'm not always the greatest at explaining things that I can see in my mind. So having the ability to actually create a visual is honestly freaking amazing. And I love that about being an artist. So that was just something I wanted to share. Definitely would recommend watching At Eternity's Gate. It came out in like 2018, I believe. I would give it like 8.5, 9 out of 10 stars. It was that good to me. It's not like an action flick or anything. It's mainly just a drama about Vincent van Gogh's life, but he had a sad life, but very interesting nonetheless. And the color grading in the movie is just freaking impeccable. So yeah, I would definitely recommend that movie. See you in the next video. Peace.